The legend began as a whisper in the dark corners of the internet, an urban myth crafted from pixels and imagination. Slender Man, a tall, faceless figure draped in a black suit, was born out of a Photoshop contest on something awful in 2009. He haunted photos, abducted children, and drove people mad with paranoia. To most, he was nothing more than a chilling story told through creepy pasta forums and grainy videos. But to some, like Anissa Weier and Morgan Geyser, he became something far more real. It started innocently enough. The two girls were inseparable, bonding over their shared love for horror stories and the macabre. They spent hours scrolling through forums late at night, devouring tales of monsters lurking just beyond the veil of reality. And then they found him, the Slender Man. His towering silhouette seemed to leap off the screen, his featureless face staring back at them, unblinking. At first it was thrilling, a game of what if. What if he were real? What if he watched them now? But soon, the line between fascination and obsession blurred. They began seeing signs everywhere, shadows that stretched too long. Trees bending unnaturally toward the sky, whispers carried on the wind. Their conversations turned darker. They spoke of rituals, sacrifices, and how pleasing Slender Man could grant them protection or immortality. One name kept coming up during these discussions: Peyton Leutner. She was their friend, bright-eyed and trusting, unaware of the storm brewing around her. To Anissa and Morgan, she wasn't just a classmate. She had become the key to proving Slender Man's existence. If they offered her as a sacrifice, they believed he would emerge from the shadows and reveal himself. It was no longer a game, it was destiny. On May 31st, 2014, the plan came together. Under the guise of playing hide-and-seek, they led Peyton deep into the woods behind their neighborhood. The air felt heavy, oppressive, as though the forest itself knew what was about to happen. When they stopped, Anissa pulled out a kitchen knife she'd brought from home. Without hesitation, she handed it to Morgan. "Do it," Anissa whispered, her voice trembling but resolute. "He's watching us." Morgan hesitated only for a moment before plunging the blade into Peyton's chest. Again and again, until her screams faded into silence. Blood soaked the ground beneath them, pooling like ink spilled onto paper. As they stood there, panting and wide-eyed, they waited for him to appear, for Slender Man to step forward and acknowledge their devotion. But he didn't come. Instead, Peyton stirred weakly, clinging to life despite the brutality inflicted upon her. With strength born of desperation, she crawled away, leaving a trail of crimson behind her. She made it to a nearby road, where a passing cyclist discovered her and called for help. Miraculously, she survived. Meanwhile, Anissa and Morgan fled deeper into the woods, convinced they were being pursued by the very entity they sought to appease. They planned to reach Nicollet National Forest miles away, where they believed Slender Man dwelled. But they never got that far. Police found them walking along a highway, covered in blood and muttering about the man in the suit who had been following them for weeks. Their trial captivated the nation, not just because of the shocking nature of the crime, but because of its connection to the internet myth that inspired it. Both girls admitted to believing in Slender Man, describing vivid encounters with him in dreams and waking moments alike. For them, he wasn't fiction, he was real, and they had done everything they thought necessary to win his favor. As the case unfolded, psychologists pointed to the girls' fragile mental states, exacerbated by obsessive immersion in online horror culture. Parents across the country began questioning what their own children consumed on the web. Creators of creepypasta stories grappled with the unintended consequences of their work. What had once seemed harmless fun now bore the weight of tragedy. Yet even after the verdicts were handed down, Nisa sentenced to 25 years in a mental health facility. Morgan committed indefinitely. The question lingered. Was Slender Man truly fictional? Or had something ancient and malevolent awakened, feeding on fear and belief like a parasite? Years passed, and the story faded from headlines. But in small towns scattered across America, strange things continued to happen. Children went missing near dense forests. Photographers captured inexplicable figures lurking in the background of otherwise ordinary pictures. Whispers spread of a man in a suit who appeared only to those who dared speak his name aloud. And sometimes late at night, when the world grew quiet and the stars dimmed overhead, you might feel it, a presence standing just beyond your vision. Tall, faceless, watching, waiting, because legends don't die easily. Sometimes they walk among us.